Dangal greetings everyone. I am Michael Aaron Tiyeka and we will now present our preliminary group project. So the first thing we did in our code is we create a class and we name it smartphone. And to get the user input, we usually import a scanner just like we did. Next, within the smartphone class, we establish class fields with various data types, including string, int, boolean, and double. These numerous instance variables represents diverse attributes and states of a smartphone, such as time, date, battery, apps, and more. And since we import a scanner, we initialize its name to input. And moving on to our smartphone default constructor and calling some of our class fields such time, date, and battery using this dot notation. Next, we created a method named switch power. In this method, if it is not powered on, the system will print powered is off. Power is off. Do you want to turn it on? Yes or no? Then we create a string for user response that will scan the user input. If the user answers yes, power switch on is displayed in the output and program continues to execute. However, when the user answers no, we also have another method which is this public void open up that if it is not power on, it prints out power is off. Please turn it on to open apps and then return to prevent the rest of the code from execution.
Dangal greetings everyone. I am Christine Baril and I'm about to discuss the following set of codes. This is one of the class methods and it is responsible for opening apps on a smartphone. It checks whether the is power on flag is set to true, indicating that the smartphone is turned on. If is power on is false, it prints a message indicating that the power is off and returns, preventing further execution. If the power is on, it prompts the user to input either apps or exit. If the user inputs apps, it sets the is app screen open flag to true and calls the show app screen method. If the user inputs exit, it prints a message. Turn off the smartphone using system.exit 0 and returns, ending the program. If the user inputs anything else, it prints an invalid input message. The next set of codes is also one of our class methods. This method displays the smartphone's app selection screen, processes the user's input to determine which app to open, and takes appropriate actions based on the selected app or the choice to exit the program. It ensures that the input is case insensitive and handles invalid inputs gracefully. It starts by displaying the header app screen to indicate that the user is in the app selection screen. And then, it lists the available apps, including camera, calculator, music, settings, and exit. The program prompts the user to choose an app by displaying choose an app to use, followed by \new line. The program reads the user's input and stores it in the apps variable. The user's input is converted to lowercase using apps equals apps dot to lowercase, open and close parentheses, and semicolon, to ensure that the input is case insensitive. The code checks if the user's input is not empty, that is, the user entered something. If the input is not empty, it enters a switch statement to handle the user's choice. For each valid app name, for example, camera, calculator, music, settings, and exit, there's a corresponding case. When the user selects an app, the code takes specific actions. For camera, it calls the open camera method to handle camera app logic. For calculator, it calls the open calculator method. For music, it calls the open music method. For settings, it calls the open settings method. For exit, it prints smartphone turned off and exit the program gracefully using system.exit open and close parentheses 0 and then semicolon. The return statement ensures that the method exits immediately. If the user's input doesn't match any of the above cases, the default case is triggered, and it prints invalid app selection. Now, let's proceed on our next presenter.
Dangal greetings, sir. My name is Christian Gatales and I'm here to discuss this method named calculator. The first line of code, this line of code defines method named calculator. However, it's worth it noting that typically constructor in Java have the same name as the class, and this appears to be regular method rather than the constructor. Then this next line of code is if apps is equal to ignore case is equal to calculator. This line of code checks if the variable name apps presumably as string is equal to calculator, then yung ginagawa ng ignore case, if the condition is true, it means the user selected the calculator app. Next, yung while loop. This while loop, the calculator will keep running until the user chooses the exit. Sabi doon, hanggat hindi pinipili ng user yung exit, hindi matatapos yung loop. Then, this line of code shows menu option for mathematical operation, just like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And an option to go back to app screen and then prompts the user to enter their choice. Yan. Next, this line of code, in choice, input.next int, and input.next line. This code reads the user choice as an integer and consume the new line character left in the input using the next line. After reading the integer, if the user is done to ensure that the next line, it call doesn't affect the new line character. Then next, yan. Dito, gumamit tayo ng switch case, which is yung case 1 is for addition. And nire-read niya yung two numbers and dinidisplay niya yung result. Then ito naman break, ito yung magpapatigil if nagawa niya na yung addition operation. Then kagaya din dito sa case 2, ganun lang din. Sinusubtract niya yung two numbers, then dinidisplay niya yung result. Yan, sabi dito, this is switch statement that handles the user choice depending on the choice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It performs the corresponding mathematical operation or returns to the app screen. If the choice is not valid, it will display an error message. Yan. The code performing mathematical operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication is missing but be placed within the perspective case blocks.
Dangal greetings, I'm John Roel Marciales from 2ITC, and here is my part, the camera in our group project smartphone. So in my part, I do the camera. In this code, I create a method camera, and then I add a if else statement, which include the which call the variable name apps not equals null and apps equals ignore case camera. So I declare this equals ignore case camera so that if the user input camera or camera in caps lock or small caps, it will still tatanggapin pa rin po niya yung in-input ni user and then after that it will show the 4 choices, which is number 1 shutter, number 2 view image, number 3 delete image, and number 4 back to the app screen. And then declare again a camera variable equals input dot next in, and then input that next line so that it will go to the next line after you input the number you choice in the choices. So we enter again a if else statement, camera equals 1, which is the shutter up, so that if the user choose the one which is shutter, it will ask again the user do you want to set a timer, and then another choices 1 and 2 set shutter or no, and then timer equals input that next in another variable so that your answer in this question will store in that timer. So we add again another if, so this will be an if nested if statement. So if the user input 1 in the question in do you want to set a timer, it will show again another choices. So system.outset set timer, which is 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and 10 seconds, and then another variable so that it will store in the timer choose variable, then next in. So another if again, so that kung ano yung piliin ni user sa tatlo, 3, 5, and 10 seconds, tatanggapin ni code, and then it will show the timer has been set to kung anong seconds yung napili ni user, and then the image has been shot. Then break. I forgot to explain the while loop po. So in this while loop, we create this so that if the user input is true, it will just continue the code. But if wala po do sa choices ni code yung i-input ni user, maglo-loop lang po siya. So yan. Tapos po, we create a break so that mag-break po yung loop na mangyayari sa while loop natin po. So in else naman po, system.out.print, please choose between. So in this code, if the user input nag-input siya na wala sa choices, ito po yung lalabas. System ay yung please choose between 3 to 5 or 3, 5 or 10 seconds. So in another else if timer equals 2, which is sa question na do you want to set a timer, tapos yung no yun, yung 2. Ang lalabas lang po is automatically it will show you the image has been shot. Then break again para mag-stop na po yung looping ng ating while loop. And then else if camera equals 2, which is the view image. It will just if you choose the camera equals 2, the number 2, which is view image, it will just show you the viewing the image, then the image has been viewed. And then after that, another else if again for the choice number 3, which is delete the image. When the user input the delete the image, it will just show a code deleting image, then the image has been deleted. And another one in else if camera equals 4, which is what is this, which is back to the app screen. So that para mangyari po yun, kailangan natin tawagin si this that show app screen, which is yung method kanina na isa, yung sa public void show app screen. And then magre-return lang po tayo so that it will exit the camera app and return to the app screen. So that's all in my part. Thank you.
Good day, I am Martinel Tabernilla and I will discuss about the music method. Apps will be the one who will scan for the user input, and if apps is equal to music, it will do this. Is music open will become true. Then we use a while loop. Is music open, then print the functions. Function choice will be the one who will scan for the user input. Then we create a switch here, function choice. Case 1, then call the stop playing method. In case 2, the next song method. In case 3, the prev song or previous song method. And in case 4, we call the show app screen, and is music open will become false, because in case 4 it is equal to back to app screen. Here in show music list method, this is the list of our songs, and INP music will be the one who will scan for the user input. If INP music is less than 1 or INP music is greater than 5, it will print a prompt that it should choose a valid song number between 1 to 5 only. We use a switch case here and call the play song method and add the song title. Then is show music list will become false. Then in play song, we use a parameter string song title, then system.print line song title plus is now playing. For the method stop playing, we prompt the user that music stop and current song index equals -1. For the method for the next song, if current song index is less than 4, current song index increment, and we declare an array and add the song title from the list. Play songs current song index. For the previous song method or prev song method, if current song index is greater than 0, current song index decrement. Then we use again the array here and put the titles from the music list and call play songs current song index. That's it. That's how the music method works. Thank you.
So, dangal greetings to everyone. I'm Aaron G. Malana from 2ITC. So, let's move on naman dito sa smartphone open settings. So, yung part ko pala is open settings. And then naglagay ako ng if and pinasok ko sa loob si apps that naglagay ako ng equals is ignore case para kay settings. And then nag-add ako ng another variable na int and pinasok ko si choice para tawagin mamaya. Then naglagay ako ng while loop and another true para pag tinawag si phone settings is lumabas. So, we have 3 choices here. Number 1 is specs, storage, and lastly yung back to app screen. Then nagprint na rin ako ng enter choice para may guide si user. So, naglagay ako ng choice, then in-input ko yung scanner, then next int. Then input that next line para siya mabasa. So, sa part na to, naglagay ako ng another switch case, then nilagay ko si choice, and we have 3 cases here. So, case 1 is si view phone specs, case 2 is si check storage, and lastly, si number 3, para mag-return siya into the app screen. And then, for the default naman, nagprint ako ng invalid choice kapag mali yung in-input ni user. So, we have only choose 1 to 3. So, next naman, nag-add ulit ako ng another private void para kay view phone specs. So, dito, pinrint ko yung phone spec niya, brand, memory, model, and latest update ng Android. And another one naman yung specs, nakasama siya ni view phone specs. So, yung pinaka-specs ng phone, display, CPU, RAM, camera, battery. And another one private na ulit, si check storage. So, bali, nakadeclare lang siya as kung ano yung storage ni settings phone. So, nakalagay dito, storage and available storage niya. And then, for this case naman, tatawagin siya sa main ng object para naman dun sa open settings. And ipapaliwanag po yan ng sunod na magpe-present dun po sa main function ng smartphone. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
The code public void display curly braces defines a method named display that can be accessed from anywhere in the program, performs some actions or operation but does not return any value when it is called. The actual implementation of what this method does would be inside the curly braces. System.out.print line time plus this dot time. This statement prints the text time followed by a space and value of this dot time variable to the console. That this keyword key is often used to refer to instance variables of the current object. So it's printing the value of the time variable associated with current object. System.out.print line date plus this dot date. Similarly, this statement prints the text date followed by a space and the value of the variable to the console. It's printing the value of the date variable associated with the current object. System.out.print line battery. This statement prints the text battery followed by a space and value of this battery variable to the console. It's printing the value of the battery variable associated with the current object. So when you call the display method, it will display information related to time, date, and battery on the console. The specific values that will be displayed depend on the values of the time, date, and battery variables associated with the object in which this method is called.
Smartphone class represents a virtual smartphone with basic functionality. It includes fields for time, date, battery level, app screens, and user input, and it simulates smartphone functionality. Notable methods include simulating a camera, basic calculator, and music player. Settings and specifications are also accessible. This code offers a text-based educational simulation of smartphone functions and settings.
Here, if we run the program, we will see here the device is currently powered up and the user is asked if they want to turn on the device on. The user select yes. The user respond apparently wanting to turn on the device on. The device is powered on. The current time on the device is 12 and the current date on the device is September 29, 2023. And the battery percentage of the device is 100% charge. The user is presented with option to either open the app screen or exit the device. The user chooses to open the app screen. The device app is displayed showing several available apps. The user chooses to open the camera app. The camera app is launched. The user is presented with option related to the camera app including a picture shutter. The user select the option to take a picture. The user is asked if they want to set a timer for taking the picture. The user select the option to set a timer for the shutter. Is asked to choose a timer duration. The user select 5-second timer duration. The timer is set for 5 seconds. The picture is taken using the 5-second timer. The user is presented with option again including taking another picture. The user select the option to view the image. The image is displayed to user. The user is successfully viewed the image and the user is given the option to take another picture and the user chooses to go back to the app screen. The app screen is displayed again showing available apps and the user chooses the calculator. The calculator app is launched and the user is presented with option for performing calculation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. The user selects the option for addition. The user is prompted to enter the first number for addition and the user is prompted to enter the second number for addition. The calculator displays the result of the addition. 5 plus 3 equals 8. The user is presented with option to perform more calculation and the user chooses to go back to the app screen and the app screen is displayed again. The user chooses the music app. The music app is launched and the user is prompted to select a music track from a list. The user selects the first music track, Bawat Piesa. The selected music track starts playing. The user is given option to control the music playback. Stop next song, previous song. The user selects the option to play the next song and the next music track Kisame is start playing. The user continues to control the music playback and the user selects the option to play the previous song. Bawat Piesa is now playing. The previous track from the Bawat Piesa starts playing again and the user can continue controlling playback and the user chooses to go back the app screen. The app screen is displayed again and the user chooses the settings app. The setting app is launched. The user is presented with options related to the phone settings including specification and storage. The user selects the option to view the phone specification. The phone specification including brand, memory storage, and model and more are displayed. The user is presented with option to view phone settings further and the user chooses to view storage information. The storage capacity of the phone is displayed indicating it has 128 GB of storage and the amount of the available storage is 64 GB is also displayed. The user can continue exploring phone settings or choose to go back to the app screen. The user chooses to go back to the app screen. The app screen is displayed once more again. The user selects the exit option. the smartphone is turned off and the interaction ends. The output simulates users' interaction with a smartphone where they perform various tasks including using the camera, calculating music player, and exploring phone settings.